Back at her, night 3. 10 after 9. Where we're starting tonight, and we have no game plan. The game plan is lay some things out, come up with a plan. I really should have wrote the order that I pulled the interior apart, and I could have just went opposite that, but it won't take me long. Once you start looking at things, you realize, oh yeah, gotta have this in first, gotta have the seatbelt in first, whatever. So a little bit of layout, look over what we got, a couple repairs. I think I'm gonna do my little repairs on these pieces just to save what I can of the original stuff. And yeah, we can't go too far without getting the carpet in, so that's going to be on the nearby list of remaking all these pieces and getting the carpet in there. Man, these plastics are faded. Would have been nice to buy the SEM paint and redo everything, but she's gonna go back original faded. Look at the old like cardboard backing, just warped and so ugly. It needs to be nude up, redone. Be much nicer, but I'm just not going that deep, so we're gonna do the best we can with what we got. A lot of this is almost oil soaked from that old filler, or not filler, but sealer sound deadening stuff that all leaked down or was in behind. I think these pads were also in behind those sail panels, I believe. Yeah, and they got that greasy ass stuff, whatever they used for sound deadening back in the day. Yeah, we got that. We got a couple metal pieces for along the top there, but I think tonight I'm just going to be gathering up the small stuff. I also have a couple grounds and stuff for the power seats down there that have to be redone. I broke one of the clips and one of the grounds is broken off. So just a bunch of small stuff that you don't remember until you get back to it. And you're like, oh yeah, gotta do that. Said I would do it later, and now is later. But no rush, no plan, just get somewhere. That's what we'll do tonight. All right. It's been a night. 12:10. A few hours put in. Not too bad. What did we do? Laid out some more pieces of the puzzle. Figuring it all out. Seeing what I need. I did a little bit of carpet prep. These were old patterns of nasty old insulation here. And just use the carpet underlay. Closest sort of thing I could find that was budget friendly. So hopefully that'll work. I think there's another one. This one tied into one that went all up the back there as well. That would be, yeah, that big one there. I'm thinking, yeah, that's part of the back insulation deal. This thing's pretty nasty too. It's got like sound deadener to the fuzzy stuff. So I don't know if I really want to put that back in. I may just make this out of the carpet underlay and then do a plastic poly template as well, I guess, to looks like a vapor barrier for the trunk. That's my guess. So, trying to do it sort of right. Yeah, I guess. And then there's two big openings for whatever reason in that thing. What else? Cleaned up all the grounds down there. Cleaned up all the plug little ends inside there. Popped them out and cleaned them up because they're just green with corrosion, just like everything in this car. So now's the time to do that. Tucked up the stereo wires. Found another wire that I don't know where it goes and it's unhooked, so that's great. What else? It doesn't sound like a lot for the amount of time. Oh yeah, I guess I did some repairs. Dog's getting tired. Tired of this shit, eh? So the little piece that was broken, end was broken off. I just plastic welder epoxy and I add a little piece of screen for some rebar. And then sort of same thing here. Wasn't planning on filling that entire missing piece with plastic weld, but that's the way it worked out. So I did it. And then again, a little bit of mesh in there where it kind of helps. So whatever, it's worth trying at least to get the plastic, because if these things aren't on there, it doesn't like to hold together nice to the other piece. Bunch of small stuff. I knew this was coming though. I knew all of this was coming. It was just a matter of time. What else? So yeah, I put a few more interior pieces in. Cleaned up the windshield up here because there was a bunch of butyl in there, and then I put the A-pillar piece on, as well as the roof panel here. I know it's a bit dark. I don't have any light going, but there it is. Coming along. I might need a new plug. I broke one of them, seatbelt one, I think, but it may still work. Slowly but surely, piece by piece, the interior will go back in. Still got a bit of work to do on these. Oh yeah, man, that's chalky. Kind of a shame that I actually have it all out right now and I'm not painting it, but man, this project just goes on forever. And it's only original one, so all the crustiness and all. Yeah, that's about it. Night 3. Progress is progress. We'll get there. Hey lady, we'll get there. Alrighty, back down here. Night 5. Night number 5 of getting nothing done. We're getting stuff done. I think tonight, again, the plan is going to be carpet related as well as back half related. Sail panels, back seat, at least the back of it, maybe the little armrests in the back that go through the sail panels. I think that's manageable, maybe even rear seat belts, but as well as the carpet, because once the carpet goes in, then all the seat belts and all that stuff can go in and everything can come down to it. So yeah, that's the plan for tonight. 8:30 now, so late start, but been a day. I'd really like to see the carpet in tonight, but we'll see. I got to fit it in with that carpet underlay foam stuff. If it's humpy and too thick in spots, I'm gonna have to do some things, and I really don't want to glue it to the metal floor. I would like to have it nice and tight and contoured, and not kind of loose and bubbly, and I may have to get that, but I'm going to try without doing that just because future removal would be a pain in the ass for whoever decides to do that, if they ever do. But it might be easier to hold those pads in place for seatbelt bolt hole placement and all that stuff as well. So it may just be a localized little spot that I'll glue just to kind of keep it held there, because I don't think tape will do it, but we'll see when we get there. We'll see how that carpet lays down and how it fits and what we got to do. But yeah, I guess let's get at it. I'll touch back in a bit and we will see what we get done tonight. It's getting there. All right, sitting at 11:25. I figured this would be a good time to intervene with an update before I cover anything up. See where we're at. So back to fitment of this stuff. You can see how tight that one's fit in now in the back, because I did actually spray adhesive right here, 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 just along the front, and then this. So it would just sort of stay put on that. This one, I re-glued those drain plugs that were popped out there and there. There was those two holes. I re-glued those with seam sealer. So this is sort of stuck to some of that seam sealer, but it's not glued down or nothing. I think that one will be okay to stay where it is. I wouldn't mind gluing around these holes so they stay exactly where they are, but I think it's going to stay with just that, holding it. And the front is just in loose because I don't know if that's too much. The front still has some stuck to the bottom of the carpet, and this might end up being too much cushion. So we'll see. They'll just test with this, and if everything looks okay with this in here and it stays where it is, I don't even think I have to glue that either. Who knows? Maybe put a couple dabs in there. But check out the back. We got the back seat installed, the sail panels, seat belts, which were hanging already, and that all looks pretty good. All the seat belts down there, those are tucked up under right now, but they're in there. I also pulled these, actually barely pulled them apart. I just pulled that cover off like I was talking last night and lubed up where the shaft goes through and everything. I didn't even pop that plastic spring cover off. I just opened it up a little bit and sprayed some lube in there just because. But work it, and there we go. She's working. It locks when you pull fast, and it seems to be working good. What else? Went pretty smooth, actually. Realized that this should go on before this because it clips up over that. As that side I already had installed, and I figured that out. And then here's my repaired piece. You can see the plastic epoxy part covered. I'll get a little blue paint or something and touch that up, but or not, whatever. Shows character. It's been fixed. Oh, actually not fitting up inside this right now. There we go. Nice and tight. Oh, the chips on here. Would have been a good idea to re-blue all that stuff. It probably would have brought this interior way back together more than it is now. Look at how nice the vinyl type stuff cleaned up. It doesn't fade like this old 80s plastic turned to chalk. But like, I could take my fingernail right now and scrape this off like a freaking bad makeup job. So that's how she goes. Man, it's coming together. I could put the back seat in for a visual, but it'll probably just come back out for the carpet anyway, so I'm gonna wait. But I'm at a point now where I'm gonna put the carpet in, so I don't know, why don't you fucking join me? It's gonna be a gay old time. Oh, this is one heavy carpet, man. thick for the luxury bro hammer. The front padding, it was cleaned really good and pressure washed out while I hung this up on the brick wall and cleaned everything, so it doesn't smell with the funk, with the old car funk like everything else did. So that's why I left it on. Oh. Get it as centered as possible so I'm not shifting it too much and moving all these foams around. Seatbelt holes are way back there. Oh yeah. This is gonna be a nightmare, I can tell already. Just because the foam is all going to move around while I'm moving this around, and then it's gonna bung up. I can tell already. Go side to side. I can tell I'm only going to want to do this once, but I might have to do it more. Why is that standing up so much? Oh, the foam just bonged right up, all folded forward and everything. Yeah, pretty close. Holy crap. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to spray glue everything. Well, the back's holding, just the front is not. Of course, you got to get it under these vents on the front. Oh, and under this kick panel. Under the gas pedal. Oh. This is where I could use an extra hand. Got no friends, so I guess maybe no friends that are as stupid as me. Whew. Oh, shit. Not sure why I wear skate shoes down here. They are the hottest shoe to wear ever. I guess they are comfortable. Holy crap, this thing doesn't want to move. What's going on here? The front one is a little bit out of position. Just doesn't want to go up under there, so I can jump in here, get it up on an angle, and try and shove it up under there. Maybe because of that foam underlay, it's not wanting to fit as nice, I don't think. Oh, we're getting close though. Shit. Bunging it all up. Holy, it's gotta go ahead like 6 inches. Okay. Something's gotta go here. There's nothing to pull on. Yeah. About 4 inches ahead would do it. All right. The struggle is real, and this light is really hot. It's definitely not a summer light. Good for the winter. Way too hot for the summer. I think I'm going to cut some out of that foam because it's just taking up too much space under here. Something. Well, I can fit my hand under the thing, so there's room, but it's just not going forward. Oh, come on. I think we might have got something there. Oh. Okay. Out she comes for a bit. Oh. Close, but no cigar, lady. Pain in the ass carpet. Yeah. Can't be having that going on underneath. Oh. All right. I don't know, 10-15 minute process of spray adhesive, and I'll come back for round 2. All right, round 2. Man, that spray adhesive stuff works good. Here we go. The seat bolt studs are poking through right about where they're supposed to. Yep. Nice, nice, nice. Seatbelt hole lining up. Oh, that's nice. That carpet underlay wasn't such a bad idea, I don't think. We might have to trim this back one so it just has a nice, because it kind of overlaps and it's, I can tell in the carpet the way it's laying, but let's check this side. Oh, we're out a few inches on this side yet, or an inch and a bit at least. There you go. Just what we needed. Holy, did the guys in the factory struggle this hard? For me. There we go. Better than GM. Or just as good. Man, that's nice with the padding under there. Glad I put that in. Wow. Yeah, the mystery wire I found here, a black one. Black mystery wire. Comes out where the cruise control vacuum line goes out through the firewall, so maybe it's related to that. Yes, cool. Man, it's nice to see this thing with carpet again. Wow, that makes it feel like a car, and it makes it feel huge. Holy shit. That was a struggle. But we got our seatbelt deal lining up. All our studs for our seats. The other seat belts here. What I'm going to trim on the back, I'll zoom out a bit here, is this lip here. I'm just going to trim it back so it's flush right with this one. And it'll just make it a nice round corner up into there. And there was actually screw holes there and there from, I think, somebody trying to hold down the carpet. Yeah, see, there and there. But I don't remember pulling any screws out when I pulled the carpet, so I don't know when that was done. Whew. Right on. Haha. This is awesome. Now I'm going to have the damn interior in this thing tonight. I guess I won't have the seats in it. Oops. The seats are a bit of a job, I'm sure. Oh, I still got to pop the wires through yet. Can't forget that. The one that pops through here for the seat belt. And then one for the power seat. Oh, it'll be right here. So that one will pop out easy. Where is it? That one. There we go. I just got to wiggle it back into position, but yes, we're getting places. Got my light on still. Sweating. Okay, I'm going to tidy this up. Maybe put in the back seat and B-pillar plastics possibly. We'll see. I'll just keep tinkering. Check back in a bit. I need some water. Another late one, guys. But I think I'm done for the night. We got some good progress tonight. At least I think we did. Wow, that looks purple on camera. That's just the lighting. Yeah, there we are. Full back seat in. I even sat in it. It's a little soft, but it's nice. We got the seat belts all in, except for these guys going right down here. They'll just get in the way of the seats going in and out, so I'll wait for those. I did notice these seat belts were laying like this, the way I had the little hooks going up. So I put the hooks going down and it made these lay down properly. What else? Oh, I found out after putting the B-pillar plastics in that this piece of metal is the absolute last piece to go on. It goes over top of this. It goes over top of this. And oh man, I pulled the thing off 3-4 times now. So it's done. You got the hidden screw behind there, screw there, and then a hidden little screw down there. Yeah, we got the little kick panels in. We even got the sill plates in. They're a bit rough, but they're still kind of there, so good enough. Good enough is perfect. Yeah, we're sitting pretty good. All we got left now is front seats. It's a little bit of work with all the trim pieces that go over them and all that stuff. You got that stuff over the seat tracks. You got all this stuff over the bottom, like parts where they bolt to the floor just to cover it all up. Oh yeah, Trevor gave me these. They're painted to match the car. They're the headrest things for the seat belts. So that's kind of cool. Put those on at the end, and then you got your seat sides, all the chrome. So delta bits, eh? Huh. Oh, that's where that screw went. Luckily, I have a box of GM stainless screws, so anytime I noticed that I didn't have a factory screw or I was missing one, I just went to the box and got it. So that's another score from the Jimmy parts hoard that he gave me. Then we got door panels, and those are going to be the project of the future because they got to make all this stuff work nice together, all the bottoms. But the big thing is all these are ripped out of the bottom of the door panel because it's literally basically rotted away. It got wet and it's just super, super flimsy. The door should have a new piece of cardboard put in it, but I'm not looking to do that. This one's not bad. It's got a few ripped out. I think that one's quite a bit worse. Yeah, look at it. It's like paper. So that kind of sucks. Maybe I'll try something restorative, but I think what I'm going to do is just do my best to silicone each one of those to the door panel so it's solid enough to just hold the door panel on the door. I may have to cut out a chunk of poly and make a nice map so that I get all of them in the right spot so the door panel just goes on, but that's a whole another project to think about. But for my, I guess this would be the 6th night, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, tonight. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Tomorrow's Monday. 4 nights. I thought it was 5 nights, but I guess it was 4. 4 nights at whatever amount of hours a piece, and fuck, guys, we got somewhere. The carpet actually came out really nice considering when we first picked this thing up, there was moss down here. And this thing was full of water. It was destined for doom. Any longer, one more year, and I think this car would have just been almost too much of a nightmare to even bring back inside. Like already everything's corroded, all the connections, everything. And the floor was starting to rust out in places, but I think we just got this thing saved just in time because it was so full of water. But the floors were still not quite rotted out, so it's a miracle that this thing is coming back to life. We're so interested in driving it sitting in the seat and not on some freaking stool or something. And you know, once those seats are back in it, it's going to bring it down just a tiny bit, so maybe the stance will be a little bit better. It's hard to tell. Should have measured, but it's a bit high. Got those old Le Sabre springs in the back jacking her up. I even got the subs in it right now, so they're not bringing it down much more, I guess. Okay, it's been good, and it's time for bed. I think someone else is ready for bed. I don't know why you always want to come out here with me. I tell you, I'm going to be doing stupid car work until like 1 in the morning, 2 in the morning. You know? You regretting it now? Eyes are just falling asleep. All right, blabbing on. That may be enough footage for this video. Who knows? I might be into the next video at this point, but it's been a good one. Alrighty, back down here, another night, guys. My door's open. Just got back from the local Saturday car meet with the old Regal. She's running great. Nice, cool night, big power. Anyways, I don't know where this video is coming in, but yeah, we're sitting at a lot of footage, so I hate to break up the interior installation, but I try and keep the videos around an hour because they're quite long. So anyways, we are back on the olds tonight. We got front seats left and we got door panels left and the interior's back in it. And we got a bunch of little stuff. I have redone the list. We got installed the exhaust heat shield, torque converter cover install, front seats, door panels, exhaust leak fix. That's a little tack weld. I got a noise on the engine. You've probably heard as it's running, you get that. I don't know if it's water pump, alternator, whatever, but we got to figure that out. Probably the bearings in the alternator from sitting. I've had a lot of old cars fire up and the alternator bearings are just shot. So it's almost worth pulling the alternator out, re-greasing the bearings before you even, well, who knows? They could rust and whatever. It might be that. Shocks, we might need to do shocks. They felt all right when I drove with it, but we'll figure that out later. I do want to paint under the hood black because it just doesn't look good with all the overspray. I want to fill those bumperette holes with carriage bolts or something. We talked about those mini lights. I don't know if that's the right idea, but fix the hood ornament. Check over the tranny, oil. I got to check the full throttle TV cable setup a bit more, the kick down with that TH200C piece of shit transmission. Check all that out. Make the choke isn't working good when it fires up. I can manually do it with my hand and I'll set the choke and the fast idle little thing in my bobber and it starts up nice, but it never fires up good on the choke. I'm always having to pump the shit out of it. Could be timing related too. We'll check that out. Just small shit. Wheel spacer on the driver's side because it rubs on that exhaust. I'll get that fixed. Do I want to put the rear mud flaps on with the Kappa Chick that are vintage old, probably Canadian Tire Walmart special? I'd love to have an Oldsmobile set. I could probably just pick one up on the Amazon shit. I would like to paint the brake booster. Wrong car. Because it looks like crap. Passenger side rear window trim, it's all, the plastic chrome is all like rusty ugly. So I'll just spray chrome that. From here, you would never know. And yeah, that's it, man. Oh, I should add on there the sun visor light on the passenger side when you open it in the mirror and the map light or whatever, makeup light, whatever you want to call it. That's not working. I did not clean that connection when the headliner was out. What was I thinking? I did that to all of the other ones. It's probably what it is, but whatever. I can access it from with the headliner in, so it's not that bad. But yeah, that's what we're at tonight. This may be the start of a new video. I don't know. Sorry if it is and you had to wait that long just to see the rest of the interior go in. But we got some stuff laid out here. All the little seat cover deals, track deals, sides of the seats, side of the mount, sides of the seats, door panel stuff. One thing I noticed, which really sucks, is I forgot to put these back in. I noticed there was rust on there. I'm like, okay, that's weird. What would this have been resting against? The floor would have been carpet. It's not going to go under here. It didn't go that way, although I wish it did. It actually mounts. I have to pull these bolts out again, slide these under, and they sort of mount like that, I believe. And I noticed that when I went and looked at the Buick LeSabre as a reference. So that sucks because I'm pretty sure, I don't know if it was this seat, if you go way back to the restoration or revival video number, I think it was 2 when I started with the seats for whatever reason. But I had to, broke the studs off and I had to drill them out and fucked up the threads a bit. And I may have like permanently threaded these in, either cross threaded or Loctited or whatever. I can't remember if it was this seat or if it was the passenger seat. But if it's this one, that's going to suck because I was like, I'll never have to take those out again. But I might because I think this gets mounted under there. So that kind of sucks, but I got to do that. Otherwise, yeah, I got this one just sitting in here, but I have to fish the seat belts through the little hole there. I'd like to shine this up with an SOS. It's kind of got that white chalky moisture look like all the other chrome did. I must have not cleaned that up, but yeah, that's about it that's left on the interior. The door panels will be a bit of a job. I got some work to do there, but that's what we're doing tonight. So put on some tunes, and freaking dog spotted another mouse, man. I've been having a mouse hunt here again. I thought I got the only one, but there must be another one in here. Snuck the food off the trap. I'm finding mouse droppings, and that just pisses me off. I built this shop super tight. I didn't want any mice or bugs or any crap like just hammering in here. And now we got a mouse problem because one night I left the fucking garage door open a little bit. But yeah, lady's good at spotting them. I think she spotted it already and it ran into the Delta. So we'll see. We'll get them. But that's what's going on tonight. We'll see how far we get. Talk to you in a bit. All right, we got some success tonight. 12:35. Dog's tired, and I'm tired. But I'm excited. Bit of a proud moment in a way. We got front seats, boys and girl. And they, whatever the fuck you want to say. Where should I start? I get a light here. All the little trinkets, the little black pieces, all in there. I got some grease to wipe up from when I lubed up the track. These are just little plastic push-in clips. They also sometimes have screws in them. But yeah, these pieces are all in. Shined up the chrome the best I could on there. Guess you don't really need the light for that. I did find the Buick LeSabre piece is exactly the same. I had to use washers on this one, which it already had to hold it, because it's just wallowed out. And the Buick one is just cherry, because in a four-door, the doors aren't going, or the seats aren't going back and forth and people aren't getting in and out. But I just couldn't bring it to myself to put the slightly different colored wood grain in. Such a cherry piece, but new, introducing for 1982, a different color of wood grain. I don't know if the wood grain colors were an option, but I've noticed over the years with G-bodies and all these GM cars that every year, or so I've seen, it could be model, I don't know, maybe it's optional like I said, but I've noticed every year is this slightly different fake wood grain. So I didn't want to put the lighter wood grain with the dark, whatever, original stuff. I'll keep it like that. I did get these to work nice. I had to put a bigger Robertson screw in there. I tried to use all factory screws, but just some cases you can't. It's just too worn out, right? Been taken in and out too many times or ripped out, but the seat's working pretty good. Seat belts. Very nice. Seat belts retract. It's crazy to think that none of these seat belts in the beginning retracted. They were all corroded and stuck. I think one rear seat bottom one did. And I had ripped all those apart, cleaned them up, lubed them up, and made them work. So a lot of work. I know you're thinking, whatever, 3-4 hours to put front seats in, but I mean, I wire wheel all the nuts, the bolts, I clean everything up. It's just the way I work. I can't leave anything untouched. And no, we have not found the mouse yet. Lady's like ready to get in for a ride. What do we got here? Same sort of deal. I did have to take the back bolts out and get these pieces up under the bracketry and then re-bolt it together. That was actually fairly simple. One bolt was so kind of stripped out, I had to put a bigger size bolt in it just to make it bite, but it is what it is. Same thing, little plastic rivets there. And then underneath you got the little slide-on plastic pieces that cover on the bottom right against the carpet. And then you got the second piece there with the little plastic rivet thing, and then the other one on top, which clamps in between the track and the seat. All in. I had to use some non-factory bigger Robertson screws for the switch here just to hold it because the factories weren't biting. Whatever, right? It's there. I guess I could have melted the plastic, made the hole smaller, and then used factories and hope that it held, but come on, you guys, leave me alone, eh? Again, the body paint matched little pieces. Must have done that in the school just as a custom touch. This one doesn't reel up quite as nice and strong, but it does. So yeah, we got front seats. I did hook the battery up to move the seat, the power seat, and it didn't act like it did on the bench back on episode or video 2 or whatever, where it would be like, and stop. It just sort of went and stopped. Like it lost connection. So I don't know what happened. Went, unhooked the battery, hooked it back up, did it again. And I also pushed on the seat at the same time to help it. And it did go all the way back and it did go all the way forward. So we'll give her another shot here and see if it'll do that again. And I also have to get the seat lowered down, like up and down, and get it into a position for my 6'2" ass, which is pretty much the gangster position. Because I got big, long legs. Come on, dog, watch out. So I'll hook the battery up and give it a shot. Gotta find the keys though, because I need to turn the alarm off as soon as I hook the battery up. Oops. Here goes nothing. I guess I haven't put the floor mats in yet. Oh yeah. There'd be no riding like this. Come on, baby. Yeah. I think the more this thing works, the more it's gonna work better, you know? That electric motor just needs to be worked in. Oh yeah, lean this shit back. G'd up from the feet up. Oh shit, that really goes back. And the front. Oh. Okay. So the front. Yeah, that's about right there. Turn out the 15s. Fucking right, boys. Got power seat working, man. I was worried about this because on the bench, it just and wouldn't, you know, bit by bit by bit. And I had full batteries on it, so it must be the way it was hooked up or what, but I don't care. It's in the position I need, and that's all we need. Nice. Good bit of work tonight. Everything's complete on the seats, done. The Buick seats are way comfier, I gotta say. And I bet you I could throw those seats in here and no one would ever know the difference because it's damn near the same blue. But they are comfier. Could be the fact that these just haven't been worked in for a while, but this feels just like my Regal. Maybe a bit more legroom, which is nice. I don't know where this shift knob went for the column shift. I know the kid had it in video 1 when we picked this car up. The kid was playing with it. So I bet you it's sitting on the ground in that field. I may have to go look one day and probably never find it. Or I'll just rip the one off the Buick. that's it for tonight. The next venture is door panels. And like I said before, they're going to be a bit of a project. Real good detailing they need. And the whole bottom's just rotten. So I'm going to have to figure out something to get it attached real good and real nice. Right on. Progress. This car it's close to going down the road. And who knows, that engine stuff, it could come around after a while of running. I was hoping that would happen when I took it for tint, and that was that whole highway run, and I opened it up a few times, but I think now I'll really put it through its paces when I take it out. So we're getting there. Can't wait to get these door panels on, and this thing is just, it's back together. Yes, I didn't pull a car apart and just abandon the project. Alrighty, late starting down here tonight in the shop. Tonight we are putting some effort in on the door panels. I'm pretty tired. I was up pretty late last night doing the seats. But here's where we're sitting. Passenger side door panel. I noticed there's these little cutout deals here, and I believe this little notch here under there, and there's one sort of here, almost latch into those. I must have pried pretty hard because this one was bent out of shape, but I straightened her out. Tighten these things up. I think I only had them loose because I was lubing up the window tracks and all that. Hopefully this doesn't rattle around with my 15s pounded. I think this goes on first, stays there. But yeah, got lucky from the Jimmy Parts Hoard. Had a bag of brand new clips, so I put almost all new clips in this one. Oops, all new clips in this one. The ones that have this sort of thing, you hook it under and then spin it, and they have a lot of surface to kind of grab. It didn't have that kind in it to begin with, so now with a little bit of rotten cardboard, I guess, it's got more bite. So there's one original one left, but still got lots of grip on them. The original ones would have worked, but I mean, I got these new ones that bite nice, so I might as well put them in. I probably used all of what I had on this door. I need some for the driver's door, and there's not a shitload of these twirly ones in there. There's some of the other style that just sort of go in. Not as good a holding power. And then this, I just use again that spray adhesive on there, and folded this lip over. The vinyl on the door was kind of peeling away, so folded that and glued it, and then I sort of glued this foam piece just so it stayed. I noticed it was taped from probably when they did this car before, because this had been off. Also, I believe they had this plastic membrane against the door panel, and I see witness marks of rust here and on the other side, which goes with this metal bar that's in there. It's something that probably the door piece is attached to or something, or maybe the pull handle. So there's witness marks on both sides, but I believe this to be the right way, because this would almost act as the vapor barrier, and then the other side, the foam is like sound deadener. So that's where we're at tonight, and this is the passenger door here. Probably getting close to putting it on. I guess not quite as involved as I thought. I do have to fully detail the door panel, but I think I'm going to put it on, and I'm just going to scrub it on there so that it, I don't know, I figure it'll be easier. So that's what we're doing tonight. I'll cut back when I get this one in. Maybe cleaned up or whatever. Maybe when I start repairing the drivers. I think the drivers is a bit better shape than the passengers. Oh, nope, I'm wrong. Shoot, I should have saved more of those clips for this one. Yeah, this is the rough one. That sucks. I guess a guy could get it re-wet, like wet it all down again and then put some weights on it, something flat and heavy, and try and dry it out flat again. But I'm running out of that kind of ambition at this point. It'd be nice to just get a new door panel, but that's where we're at tonight. So cut back in a bit, see where we get to. Alrighty, we're back. It's exactly 1 a.m. on the dot. And success story. Door panels are in. I didn't know it, but I found that I'm missing 2 of these little wood grain pieces. So anybody out there watching, if you could spare a set, otherwise I'll be hunting for those. $500 on eBay probably. But yeah, door panels are in. Went pretty good. What can I say? I don't know. Everything went together pretty good. Detailed them up, cleaned up real nice. So the chrome edging is kind of gone and stuff, but in there. Still kind of loose looking down here a little bit, but not a big deal. This would have absorbed some water that was soaking in the floor and absorbed up into that. So that's how that happened. This one corner plastic clip, it had shrunk. I tried heat gun and stretching, and it just wasn't happening. The cardboard is just too weak. So I ended up spray adhesive on the back and then just kept some pressure on it for a bit and stuck it on both sides. I had to do that. But yeah, she's back together. Have not hooked up the battery and tried the power switches yet, but they were working before without the door panels, so unless something wiggled weird. I got a little bit of a weird setup going on here just to hold pressure on that guy because the little clips were broken, so I glued it back on. And that one's there, so just got a broom handle and whatever you got to do, right? But same deal, a little bit loose down there on that side, but I did the spray adhesive and stuck it in there, and yeah, everything's in there and shined up nice and right on. Quite a nice sounding door close now compared to how it was with no door panels and stuff. Hopefully I don't knock my broom loose, but let's hear it. Oh, she didn't close. Oh yeah. Trevor had put all new door seals in this thing before when he painted it, so they're in beautiful shape. And just a nice solid sounding door close. As it should for a 400-pound door. Freaking 6-foot long door. But yes, we are getting places with this thing. Now we just have a big list of small things to knock off and stuff, but mostly cosmetic, like this. I'll repaint, like I was talking, silver. Just some detail and stuff, and then I'll give her a nice big detail. All the glass needs a nice wipe. All the stainless and stuff, I'll quad zero wool it, wire wool, whatever. I'm tired. And then the car could use a real good polish. It looks super clean on camera, but there's lots of stuff like that that'll polish out, and then a few touch-up things, but that's all just to clean it up. Right on. It's been a long road to get to this point, but I'll hopefully have this thing driving down the road in the next couple weeks, I would say. And who knows, we'll put maybe we'll put the frickin' Regal rims on it for the first unveiling. Or maybe we'll run the old N90s. Or maybe we'll run the gangster wires. Definitely we have to run those at least a couple times. But I'm calling her a night and back to work. So that'll be that for a week or so. Yeah. Not as hard as you always think when you actually get down and do it. Takes a bit of time. And you get her done, right, lady? That's right. Right on.